Hey y'all. So I'm gonna start where I ended on the last video. I think it was with the bonus footage of the beach house where Mr. Awesome had been asked to please stop walking around the beach house in his tidy whitey underwear. And he thought it was very unjust of us to ask him to do that. So yeah, because my sister was allowed to wear her bikini around, but we were being very unreasonable to ask him to not walk around the beach house in his tidy whities. So that was how the beach house went. My brother's and sister-in-law's room happened to be down close by where my parents' bedroom was. So my brother had let me know that he heard my father rambling and pacing in the hallway about how he didn't want anybody to do anything on Father's Day. Nobody better contact him. We better all leave him alone. Tension in the beach house was high, to say the least. You could tell that we were very frustrated. When I say we, me, my husband, my kids, I was trying to shield my kids from being around my sister's disaster of a boyfriend that she brought. I was, my dad was coming slowly unhinged, and my mom was acting like nothing was happening. And my brother and his wife, I believe, were doing the same. I don't really like to speak for anybody else, but that's what it seemed like to me. They were trying to shield their daughter from the same thing, I think. And my dad could see that. And then my sister was in her la la world with, we were all going our separate ways. We weren't acting like a family like we had in previous vacations where we all did stuff together and had fun, played games. So he was very upset and didn't want us to contact him on Father's Day. He was rambling in the hallways. So it came to the time for us to leave the beach house, and we said our goodbyes. We all had our separate cars. We live about 6 hours away from California Beach. So we got in our separate cars. It was awkward. At the end of the beach house stay, we always take a family picture with everybody together. There was no mention of a family picture. I don't think we could have gotten everybody together for a family picture and gotten everybody to smile. So that was probably the first indication of how that trip went. So yeah, we left. We got home. Everybody's exhausted. You're coming down from a vacation, especially a stressful vacation like this. I don't remember when Father's Day was. It was within a couple days of us being home, though. Maybe 3 days or so. I don't recall really, but it was a short time after. I had contacted my dad the morning of Father's Day, and I called my parents' house to wish them a happy Father's Day. My father, happy Father's Day, see what they're doing, see what their plans were. Even though my brother had told me my dad was saying he didn't want to be contacted on Father's Day and stuff, I didn't know if it was just my dad's angry rumblings or whatever. When I called, my mom said my dad was not home. And I said, okay, well, I'm calling to wish him a happy Father's Day. I'll call back. What are your plans today? Because I'd like to see him. We want to do something. Maybe we can get together later. I'm not sure. And she said, no, Dad doesn't, we're planning on going, just relaxing. At first she had said they were planning on going somewhere together, just her and Dad. And then they were just going to relax together. It was kind of all over the place, a little bit wishy-washy. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go to Todd's then. Well, my brother. And we're going to just barbecue there. No big deal. Get the family together. They had a pool, a neighborhood pool. We're just going to get the kids together and do hot dogs and stuff. I said, but I wanted to let you know, after the vacation house, that, my sister can date whoever she wants, but in the future, if she brings Mr. Awesome Disaster to any family functions, that we will not be attending, because I can't have my kids around that again. So I just want to let you know that, I don't want that influence around my kids. I have my kids to think about, and it's too much. He's too much for me to handle with my kids. He brought drugs to my oldest daughter's wedding. He brought him to the beach house again. I can't handle that. He's walking around in his underwear, his comments, he's rude. I can't handle that around my kids. She can do whatever she wants. She's an adult. But my choice for my family is to not have him around my kids. So, if there's a family event in the future and he's there, we will leave. And she didn't say anything. She wasn't angry. She wasn't sad. She wasn't upset. She just said, oh, okay. And I said, all right, well, I just want to let you know that I will call Dad back in a little bit when he gets back from the store to wish him a happy Father's Day. And hopefully I'll be able to see you guys later tonight. And I called back maybe 30, 45 minutes later. My father answered the phone. I put the phone I had on speaker. My two girls were sitting on either side of me. And I said, normal call. Hi, Dad. Wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day. He lost it. He proceeded to tell me that my mom had told him that what I had said, that we wouldn't be attending any family events if Mr. Awesome was there. He said awful things. I didn't take the phone off speaker. I think I was too stunned to believe the things that he was saying. I didn't react fast enough. I didn't react at all. I couldn't understand what he was saying. It didn't make sense. My father's never been cruel. He's always been quick to temper, but quick to calm down. And to hear these things come out of my father's mouth, the things he was saying, the only thing I could say to respond was, you're on speaker. My girls are here. I think I said that 2 or 3 times. You're on speaker. My girls are here. I'm not really sure how many times I said it, because it was so... My stomach hurts right now just talking about it. So many things were said, but what I remember most was my dad said he couldn't understand why I couldn't fake liking my sister's boyfriend when he pretended to like my kids all the time. Specifically, my second, Reese, my most sensitive, who was on the call listening to what he was saying. He said he pretended to like her. She's opinionated. And at some point, I said, Dad, we looked up, which is public history, Mr. Awesome's history online, and he has a drug arrest record. And my father then screamed into the phone, everybody has a past, Tara. Have you told your kids about your past? And when you were a teenager, and when you had an abortion, he yelled into the phone to tell my kids. He knew I was on speaker. He knew my kids were there. He's already told one of my kids that he fakes liking them. And now he has told them that when I was younger, I had abortion. I did. I was young. Not ashamed of it. However, it's not a conversation that I would like to have with my kids. Nor is it something that my father should be telling my kids. Nor is it something that I want to explain to my special needs child who doesn't understand what my father's even saying. My mother is in the background listening to my father say this. I can't even believe I'm hearing these things come out of my father's mouth. I cannot even believe the words that I'm hearing come out of his mouth. I don't know what I said to end the call. I don't know if I just hung up. I'm not sure. The call ended. My girls didn't say anything, but they were crying. My 19 and 20-year-old were crying. I called my mother's cell phone back. And I said, I remember very clear, you let him speak to me that way and say those awful, awful words to your grandchildren and to me. I will never forgive you. And I don't ever want to talk to you again. and I hung up the phone before she could respond. We drove to my brother's, and my brother has not had a conversation with my parents, nor my sister-in-law, nor my niece since the beach house. That phone call changed everything. I still can't believe it happened. Still can't believe it happened. I'll tell you guys the rest soon.